everybody, and welcome to Tales Does Tales, where we here at Tales of Initiative usually play through Tales from the Yawning Portal with an eldritch twist. What a twist! But today we are not playing Tales from the Yawning Portal, we play as a Beckoning Dream. And I am still your GM, Matt, with my delightfully daring and frighteningly fantastic cast of players. Well, I'll fan out my cards too. I've got my little mini ones. I've got my tiny cards. Are they tiny cards or am I massive? I am too. Yes. Frighteningly fantastic and dynamically duo players. Bud, Haley, Danny, and Mark. Delightfully devastating. Frighteningly fabulositic. Those are good mix-ups. Sadly, Raz is feeling a little under the weather and is not with us today, but we are gonna keep diving in to some more Grimma's Fist, some more Beckoning Dream, tarot, deck builder stuff. If you're not familiar with the Beckoning Dream, it is a deck builder TTRPG based on tarot cards. You build decks out of tarot cards. These are ones that you own. You don't need any like special game specific cards. They're designed to work with tarot cards that you already have. You build decks similar to sort of like think Seven Wonders, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! And those decks represent your characters, what they can do based on the suits and values of the cards, along with what boons, which have been a lot of what my lovely players have been focusing on as we're currently playtesting a whole bunch of boons. And I'm about to get my ass kicked by my own design. It's gonna be great. Amazing. I'm trying to think, fix my brain. In order, Spawners. We have them. See Galley. Go check them out. They got a bunch of fun, nerdy merch. You can get custom cartography from TA Maps. You can get awesome, fun shirts from Into the AM. You can go to, if you would like to prep the same way that I prep, go get a LoreLink subscription. It's really, really cool. I love LoreLink. I am using it for all of my delightful GM prepping, and it has made my life a whole lot easier. Spawners everywhere! Can I catch them? I'm gonna try and catch the spawners. We also have a Discord where you can come and talk to us about our spawners and anything else that you'd like to talk to us about. And on top of our Discord, we also have a Patreon where you can not just talk to us, but you can also vote on everything that is happening in the world of Tales. You can vote on new missions, new like systems that you want us to try out. We'll occasionally post like plot points and stuff for upcoming campaigns and things. There are magic items that you join the book club. Yes, if you're at our Teller of Tales tier, you could read cool fantasy novels and maybe other stuff. We don't know. That Haley runs it, and it's intentionally chaotic and lovely. Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to talk about our next meeting because I'm remembering how many like oh shit moments are in the second book of the Lycanius trilogy, and it's good. It's a good time. You're past me. Yeah. This is the loving chaos that This is the loving chaos that I meant, is that you could slow down, but also speed up. It's a very confusing pillow princess that runs this establishment, and who knows what order you will be receiving next. I'm gonna regret that one later today. I'll just oh. Speaking of Patreon, y'all voted on what we should do for our next cyborg like arc mission, and we did it. Went and killed that guy. That was so much fun. We did. Nah. We did 2 sessions of that because that was the past 2 weeks over on Wednesday. Because this Wednesday, a quick schedule for all things Tales. Mondays we got Total Party Chaos, and then Oh, no audio for Bun. Oh, it's just this thing every day. It's not you, Bun. It's me. Sorry. Here we go. There, you're fixed. God, I will.
Olive
I will.
Garden.
I will catch that one of these times in tech check. It's okay. It's okay, Robertables. You're doing the Lord's work there in chat. Thank you for catching that. Where was I? Total Party Chaos. It's back online. Y'all are doing chaos. Any fun little teasers, Haley, from your corner of the Monday/Tuesdays?
It was our week off this week.
Oh, that's right. I'm
So
I'm
I'm sorry, but we left it on a big cliffhanger, and I'm ready to get back into it next week. You have to join us, figure out what it was.
Heck
Catch up
yes.
on the episode.
Catch up on that cliffy, delightful cliffhanger.
Yes, we've got some new players.
You're just gonna edge you with it.
Get edgy with it, yeah. I've been loving Brina and Seth, right?
Seth.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're so the one clip I got to where the robot voice that he was doing is just so good. It was so good. I loved it so much.
Yeah.
It was a great moment. Quick, write in your smut notebook. This Wednesday, that's tomorrow. My brain can't fathom time right now. It is
today
tomorrow.
For me.
And today for Haley, yes. Sorry, this Thursday, Wednesday for us pleb Americans, we are going to be playing Out of Orbit, a brand new zine TTRPG that is part of Zine Quest. My buddy Andrew Bowman is going to be guest GMing tomorrow as we get lost in space, which was almost the title. I wanted him to make it that one, but he found a much better title, and I'm glad. But if you're a fan of the show Lost, if you're a fan of The Expanse, those kinds of things, it is going to be like troop management, Survivor, lots of like cool in-depth narrative and backstory kind of flashbacky stuff. I'm excited. I'm excited to dive into it. It's going to be like a tutorialized adventure that we're going on, so you will get to learn along with us, and it's going to be super fun. Oh man, Haley, I want to say something about what's coming in future Wednesdays, but I think I'm gonna stay a little bit quiet and just keep the tension mounting.
Yeah, so you're talking about the future? The future.
The future. The
Ooh,
fabulous ultimate future.
Let me just tell you that this is no random pick of the bunch. This is no pull of the hat, fly by the seat of our pants. This is a planning. We are scheming. We are planning. We are organizing in the background. I'm reading rules.
What?
What's happening? Why do I have to read rules? I've been playing D&D for years.
What could it
How
mean?
exciting!
What could it mean?
Because they want you to prepare
that's
spells.
the tease you get.
They want you to prepare spells. Haley's just like, this is why I play sorcerers and warlocks only. Shut up.
Like, I don't pick any spells, so we're all good.
That's the excitement. It's that like aggressive cute, the cute that makes you want to like do bad things to it. Yeah, it's that.
Yeah, cute aggression. I have to resist punching a wall every time I see my husband because I love him so much.
Yes.
Sorry, I just pictured like a weird alternate timeline of Bun as just the most like dude bro monster Chad, just like walking in a room. Fuck, you're hot. And just like smashes through the sheet. There's just this like Swiss cheese area of sheetrock where they live.
I can't help it. He's so
cute. I'm gonna
cute.
go chug a monster and smash you the way you deserve. Just leaves the room. All right. With that horrifying image.
We've done when he's in the other room, he's not listening to my nonsense.
How dare you, Cappy? With our boners, Patreon and Discord out of the way, we can dive in to today's episode of The Beckoning Dream. That was a harsh cut from Kenku. There we go. Previously, you all have been assigned by way of Grimma to support the Moon's Eye Sage in their experimentation with a new ritual that allows the separation of conscious and unconscious mind to move you into the dreamlands while your bodies remain in the material plane. You have been tasked with finding a way to capture and, failing that, hunt and kill tailed beasts, magnificent entities of unfathomable power that reside within the dreamlands, representing some sort of archetypical emotion or consciousness state. In pursuing that, you created Bark Coin, a brand new currency of the denizens of Lang, throwing their previously ruby gem-based economy into ashes. The Chinese came out with their own freeform Bark Coin, and it's just plummeted the stock prices everywhere. That's a ridiculous joke. You, from there, went to the Temple of the Ineffable, and were able to prove yourselves before the High Priest of the Ineffable, dealing with this schemer that was also there, and earning yourselves the answer to the query of how would one capture with a dance. That's right, it was interpretive dance from Rift comboed off with everyone else. I love that moment.
Everyone joined in. I just forced them to.
Just grabbing him by the scruff and you're getting in on this.
Teamwork makes the dream work, I said. As I fucking...
It was a really good moment of teamwork. There was a lot of stacked boosts that popped off all at the right time. It was perfect. And learned that there is a pen which only writes truth. And that if you are able to find that pen, you can bend truth in order to find a way. So you've not found the way to capture tailed beasts, but you found the way to find the way to capture tailed beasts in classic nested fetch quest form.
Yeah. Plus a whole other bunch of questions if it if we get this fucking pen,
yes,
who knows? Is it just one use? It could be infinite uses.
You've got a MacGuffin.
All the truths of the world.
Yes, can you? That is a very good question to be asking. And you have been brought back out of the dream. We did a little bit of reflecting. We also have Danny is joining in. We've got Rift is going to be going into the dream this time. And Danny, Reaper, yes. God. Our names. Do you want to give a quick rundown of, well, actually we'll save it. We'll save it for once you're in the dream, because you can describe also if Reaper looks any physically different or anything like that. So you have been shunted out of the dream. Is there anything you'd like to do? You've theoretically satisfied the top level mission of what you're doing. Grimma is sort of checking in, did you find anything? And it's just did you find anything that the Moon's Eye Sage wanted? But did you also find that Grimma also wanted some information on the Morrigan specifically? And you had a lead to go into the Undercroft of the Plateau of Lang and speak with the undead there, but you did not go there yet. So I am assuming you wish to tell a little fib. Maybe say we gotta go back in there. If you would like to, if you'd like to roleplay this, you can. Otherwise, we could just jump right back in to dream landing stuff.
Yeah, we'll just say that I was lying the whole time. We all lied. I'm pretty sure we already did lie when we came out last time, but was it?
I think we did it kind of in a subtle halfway. It's we found a lead. We just need to go and follow that lead.
Yeah.
Yes.
I knew someone said something.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So we're gonna dive back in. Who wants to? I just want to, because we're kind of bouncing between two campaigns and two systems. Who wants to roll me a deception check, just real quick, on your 5e land sheet, and I am going to.
Rift.
Rift can do it if you would like to take the lead on that.
I also have it.
Sorry, I thought I was asking which. I was Winnie or Rift.
Rift. This would be Rift. Yeah.
Okay, Matt, I decided to volunteer and roll because I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Damn. Okay, what is the total? I'm gonna roll for a certain thing, but what am I working against here? What's the total on that?
Okay, let me pull up the sheet. I didn't actually pull up the sheet. I just kind of rolled.
You're
I'm like,
let's
let's
honestly,
just
valid.
play
Let's
around.
just ballpark it. Is this single digits? Can we move on? What is this?
I
plus
think.
Oh, actually, I just had to double check on my modifiers. I could just roll. We'll see.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna
Amazing.
go on to.
I got a natural 19, but I will bet you it's not enough. I just think it's funny that there was probably only one roll that was gonna get it, and it was so close, but so far away. You are able to sort of veil.
Oh my god! I just got it.
Oh no. Bun, you are getting a little staticky on your connection, by the way. Just a heads up. You're blinking in and out. But
I'm so sorry.
it's okay. Talking from the darkness. You are able to mask the idea that, like, yes, you found what the sage wanted. You didn't find everything that Grimma wanted, so you're gonna go back in there. So let's do dream construction. This is gonna be where we get cards from your decks in order to add to mine to form what the dream is doing. So let me see here. Go ahead, everyone, shuffle up and give me a card that will join my 4 major arcana. Oh, the Haley's adopted the put it against the head Bill Murray reference. What do you have? We'll go Rift first, yes. Ooh!
3 of Pentacles.
Alrighty. And then Bun?
The Ace of Swords. Oh my god.
Oh
Duh.
my. Ooh! Is that your guide from last time? You keep
Yeah, it is.
doing
It
this. You keep moving your guide into the world. This is you're spooky. Stop it.
No. Gonna do it again.
No.
Watch me.
Watch me. Danny, what do you got going on? Oh, you're muted.
I also got the Ace of Swords.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Double Ace of
Oh.
Swords. Ooh, that's a cool. What, we haven't seen your
And
deck
I was
yet.
just like
Let's-
looking at the card.
Yeah. Bring it up. We got it. Okay,
send
I'm
us
ready.
that
Just
deck
close up on our
pic.
faces. Oh yeah.
Thank
Oh
you.
wait, is
Give
this
us
the
that-
crows one?
This is
Mm.
yes.
Yes, I love that one. Very good deck.
Yes, it's Crow Terror. It is a good deck. I like it.
And then when Mark gets back, we can see Mark's card. They'll be back very shortly. In the meantime, we can do the guide. So set that card to the side. That card is inaccessible, but in case it's relevant, just have it within arm's reach in case we gotta use it. Now we are going to do your guide. So the way this works, same thing. Shuffle up, pick at random, one card, and you're going to use this card to help answer the question: what is an important secret for your character? What cards do you have? What are we talking through?
Rift
Ooh,
apparently
okay.
is all swords today, so she's getting all of her cups of pentacles out. So Rift, this is the beginning of a new emotional journey, and I feel like the singular card, the singular cup on its own is representing the secret that Rift always ends a mission on her own.
Ooh.
Whoever she begins a mission with
Mhm.
doesn't end the mission with her. And I feel like it's like that's changing. That's the new beginning that is happening. But that's the secret. Yeah,
Nice.
a deepening connection. But I don't know what my guide would be.
It could
Is it
be
just like, cause like I don't know, like
one
alone,
standing
one or
alone.
something? Yeah.
Because we did last time. It was the one apart. which sort of
one apart. Yeah, I
I-
kind of just like was like, wait a second, am I copying? And then I was like, well, the card brought it up again, so it's like.
But I think an important difference would be like one apart implies like with your card that you had, it was 3 ravens and one was separate. So there was still multiple ravens. Here it's
Yeah.
one on its own. We're looking for something that is uniquely just there. There's no others of it around.
Yeah.
So one alone. Cool. Man, more we play this, the more I love doing just the guide part and coming up with that.
Yeah.
That's fun. Bun, what you got going on?
So, after reconstructing my deck, I have pulled out the Ace of Wands.
You are literally getting rid of all. Didn't we talk about this in Tech Check that it's just like it's nice to have some low cards that just get chucked into oblivion? You are literally throwing away all of your little random aces that you have in your deck.
This is gonna be terrible if we have to do a thing where it's like, okay, now
I know.
pull it. We'll see if you take extra bit of stress or
Yep.
I forget what's called spike. You get spiked real hard. It's like, oh no, I got rid of my only ones.
Ruh-roh.
Oh.
But yeah, what's a good secret for karma based on karma/charisma?
A secret. Okay. I was actually gonna ask what the question was because I think
Question specifically,
see.
what is an important secret?
an important secret. So kind of how the Ace of Wands can represent like new beginnings and all that. I would say that the biggest secret that Karma has is the sort of origin to how she became a nun in the first place.
Nice. What would be a visual
And
that
It's a
represents
secret
that
from
beginning?
everybody.
That is a secret,
Ooh.
yeah.
So if you see kind of on the card and stuff, you can kind of see how there's like kind of new blossoming like flowers and little buds and stuff.
Mm.
So I was thinking like a budding leaf or like a budding flower.
I like it.
Yeah.
A
New
budding
life.
flower.
Budding flower.
Very cool. I like that. And then Danny, you've had 3 examples.
Yeah, let's see if my brain works. I've got the 3 of Wands.
Nice.
Ooh.
So this is like looking forward to the future and new opportunities.
Would you like to know what the narrative, like the meaning is that I have in my like table that's specifically for the game for 3 of Wands? If that would help exercise memory.
Yes.
3 of
I
Wands.
could not find that.
3 of Wands is sails struggle when they think themselves wiser than the winds.
Mm.
This is
I
also
think-
like it's also linked to like new opportunities and new travels or ventures. So I feel like that also fits with this being like the first time you're entering the dream world.
Mm.
But I don't know what secret it is.
Yeah, I do also think that follows for Reaper, how she became Reaper of the Waters
Mm-hmm.
and kind of her own hubris.
Is her origin secret?
She definitely hasn't told anybody, but nobody's outright asked either.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows that at least Rift hasn't wanted to talk about it, and she's not one to push for
Mm-hmm.
any information, like personal information that nobody else wants to share. Because she knows she doesn't really want share.
Mhm.
So
I think that could qualify if you wanted to lean into that being an important secret, is how even if she's not like intentionally keeping it secretive, she's not offered it out. It is not information that's obvious. So what would it be? What would that look like visually?
I do think it would have to be a maybe a ship in very stormy seas.
Nice. A ship in stormy seas. I like it. Excellent. we are gonna dive in. Mark will be back soon. And until then, we are just gonna keep rocking and rolling. So we've got dream construction. I am going to do, ooh, I know what I can do. It's gonna be funny if I get it as the first card, but I'm gonna put a placeholder card in for Mark's card. And if it shuffles up, then I'll just know where to insert it eventually.
Mystery dream ending.
Mystery dream. Okay, go. Here we go. I'm using a an online like shuffler so that I can't physically hold the cards, right? Boop. Okay. Sorry. The first card up was one of my major arcanas and it was death. And I was like, ah, scary. Okay. First card, death. Second card is gonna be, whew. So far, all of mine are showing up. Temperance, and then, our third card is going to be Bun's Ace of Swords as our third card. Excellent. Mark, you're here! Wonderful. Wonderful timing. I could start thinking about what these cards mean while you delight and regale us with what your cards are. So what are your cards that you are going to be adding both to the dream and then we're going to do the guide?
For the dream, we have got the 4 of Wands.
Okay. Perfect.
And then for the guide, we have the 2 of Swords.
Nice. And the question to base with the 2 of Swords is what is an important secret for Sari?
Ooh, okay. We're going to do the blindfold
Oh, yeah.
that this lady is wearing. I know the answer to this.
You know what the secret is, but a blindfold will be your guide. So whenever we see a blindfold in the
Yes.
artwork of cards, we will know that that is Sari's guide. Wonderful. Okay, I need the other table. So many tables. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Y'all ready to dive in?
Yes.
Yes.
Once again, take your seats. The sage begins talking through the ritual as before. This time, Reaper is switching off with Pam. Pam is going to stay back and sort of help coordinate with Grimma and learn a little bit more of the ritual herself, as Reaper wants to see it from the other perspective, see if there's any insight that can be gleaned into the side effects of the stress taken by the mind from within. You've been sort of helping the sage with running the ritual so far. Now you're going to see it from the other side to see if you can gather any more intel. And as
I
you
wonder
dive,
if the Morrigan means anything to Reaper. That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because you as you are sort of entering in, I will say that like there is this like bouncing of weird information where all of you are suddenly aware not of the nature of each other's secrets, but of the fact of secrets existing. And there is this disquieting feeling of those secrets growing closer to the surface, of threatening to bubble up out of where they hide. The same sort of disconcerting sensation you felt when the priest of the ineffable told you about the pen that could guide you towards more tailed beast knowledge. That sense of knowing this is going to change things fundamentally. And it's not that quiet drifting into the dream that you have experienced now twice before. It is this uneasy slipping beneath the waters. The waters are not calm, they are stormy. Your pace is quickening, and everything feels like you are moving faster and faster. It is not requiring any additional effort, but it does feel very jarring. And as you are pushing through, you get this sensation of things are about to dramatically transform in a way that is going to be uncomfortable, And so I want to ask, how are you each handling this? This first card is going to be a spike. And I would like each of you have now shuffled up your cards, placed them face down to form your futures, drawn up your presence to whatever your awareness is, which I think all of you still have just 3 awareness. I say just, it's a very normal number. So what are you doing as this sense of transformation happens as you are entering the dream? You don't even feel like you have a firm grasp over where you are. There's no like construction to the shape of space around you. It's just all this sort of like, it's just a pressing feeling of transition. What would you like to do in response? And anyone can choose to go first.
Does anyone want to go first?
Does anyone want to go first?
Are you all ready?
Have we
Who's
pulled
gonna go
our
first?
present from the deck?
You have pulled your
Yeah,
present from the deck, so you should have 3 cards to look at in your deck, which means you won't be able to access those for answering the spike, but you will be able to like card count what is left. Yes.
Okay, cool. Fizz.
So how does it? Can you explain what
Yes.
the goal is right now?
I will explain what the
Just
goal is.
for-
Very
Thank you.
good idea. You're gonna answer this entirely narratively.
Okay.
You're gonna say how your character is responding, how your dreamer is trying to face this moment of transformation. You can resist it, you can lean into it, you can try and analyze it, like all sorts of things. The world is your oyster. Describe how they narratively handled this moment in character. What will then happen is I'll assign that approach a suit, and you will have to find a card of that corresponding suit in the top n many number of cards. And the difficulty for this spike is going to be 2. So you're going to get to look at the top 2 cards of your future. If you find a card of that suit, then you'll be able to reveal it, burn it, it'll be gone, but you will have succeeded the spike. Otherwise, you will need to suffer the consequences of whatever this spike is. And you do not get to know the consequences until everyone has made their burn or non-burn selections.
Then Rift is going to be patient and follow along with who seems the most confident
Okay.
in this moment, as she like brandishes like so many swords. One of y'all's gonna get this, I know it. Just look at it.
So you are seeing what somebody else's approach is and sort of like waiting and like gonna act swiftly after someone else has made a more conscious decision. Cool. I think that's gonna be, I think what you're aiming for is cups, and I think it makes sense that is a cups approach. Cool. So if you want, actually, you can go ahead and we did this last time the other way. We did each step around. We can either do a reveal right now at your cards, or we can wait and you can just remember that you are looking for a cups.
What do you think? What does everyone vote?
Let's wait. Let's
Okay.
do it all
I
at
think
once.
Let's do it all at
Yeah,
once.
let's- yeah, let's do
Wonderful.
it all. Yeah, cool.
Charisma. Bun. What is your...
So I think what Karma is doing is, as they're feeling kind of this like intense pressure and this like kind of transformation happening, is that they're not focusing on anything around them. They're just focusing solely on themselves. They're just kind of like touching their face to sort of remind themselves that they're here, and kind of like put their wrist to their ears to kind of listen to the sound of their heartbeat as a way of kind of grounding them.
Okay. I feel like this could go one of two ways. This could be swords, and it's very like intellectual and processing, and you're sort of like finding like intellectual touchstones to ground you. Or it could be more of cups, where it's like you're feeling yourself, you're focusing on senses, and you're focusing on observation and like passive things. Which one do either of those
I think I
suit
might lean
with you?
on cups.
Leaning on cups. Miss
I
1
don't have
through
my
9
swords
of
anymore,
cups.
Matt.
Yeah.
I don't have my swords anymore.
I agree. This feels like this could fit cups. So you are also looking for cups, man. I like how last time I got blasted for not having cups, and y'all are just like, we're cups now. We're team cups.
No, I only have 2 cups in my deck, but I'm also.
You're taking the bet that they're there. Yeah.
I
I'm
just know it. I have a
min-maxing. I'm,
feeling.
I'm min-max cups.
I have a feeling that hand is loaded with swords.
Yes.
Danny, what is Reaper doing?
I think there's probably like a spike of panic, and in like this feels like a flashback with being in this water, before she kind of remembers what's happening and just let's go to let whatever happens happen.
Very wands. That's a 1000% a wands approach. Yeah. And then Sari. What is Sari doing to face this spike?
Transformation is Sari's whole thing. She's leaning into, I'm changing. This is changing. Everything is coming. Let's see where it goes.
Nice. So I think that's also wands. Perfect. That's very similar. Then all right, we're looking for cups and wands. Everything else, you have a difficulty of 2. So everybody look at the top 2 cards of your future, and if you find a cups for Bud and Haley or wands for Mark and Danny, then you can go ahead and reveal that.
Question: is it just from the 2 futures, or
Just from the 2
is
futures.
it? Can we take from?
You
Okay.
cannot take from the present. Nope.
What happens if we don't?
If you don't, that's okay. You just say that you don't. You'll have to suffer the consequences of the spike.
Okay. What do we do with this?
Shuffle those back into your future. And then, Bun, do you have a cups to reveal?
I do. I got a cup. I got Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups.
What a great! I was like, it's gonna be the 7 of cups or something horrible. All right, wonderful. So you could burn the Ace of Cups. The other card gets shuffled back into your future. So as you're sort of grounding yourself, touchstoning, you are able to sort of like. Does this mean that she sort of resists the transformation? Is she keeping herself as she is, or is she just like studying the transformation as it happens?
I think she's studying the transformation as it happens, because you'll like notice that her hands will start kind of like, as she imagines things, like she's reaching her hands in places where it doesn't seem like anything is there, but then as soon as she touches them, like things start to appear.
Nice. I like that. Wonderful. So she normally has. Yeah. Go ahead.
I would say, I want to canonically say that I obviously followed Reaper.
That makes sense.
I can't
You're like,
do
oh,
whatever
my
I
buddy,
did.
and it's just like, oh no.
Sorry.
Does Sari have the wands you were looking for?
Sari has the 3 of Wands.
Yay! Wonderful. So burn the 3 of wands, but you are able to succeed.
And while it is not a blindfold, his face is hidden by branches.
Ooh, that would 1000% count as your guide. Unfortunately, because spikes are so chaotic and like untamable, neither bonds nor guides can be used. It's also because like a lot of what you use them for doesn't make sense.
It was
in
just
spikes,
a cool
but
little like.
It is cool. I like it. Yeah. Always highlight that
Her
stuff.
entire thought process behind what's going on is now hidden behind her features. No one else can see where she's just like,
Ooh.
okay.
So is like Sari's face like a mask as she like sort of appears in the dream?
I would say this time as she's appearing, the tattoos have created a mask across her face to the point where it's starting to obscure her actual reactions to things.
Nice. And then Rift and Reaper, what happens as you sort of violently transform? This transformation, you try to anticipate it, you try and just go with it, but there is something unsettling about this. This is not a transformation of the self, of acknowledging some inner truth. This is a transformation thrust upon you. And what I'll say is, Reaper, describe what you look like in the dream. It can be exactly the same as what you look like in the mundane world, or it could be slightly different, or however you want.
I think that initial panic and that flashback takes over, and she actually looks a lot younger, and she's dressed in more sailor-like clothes.
Very cool. So the consequences for this, by the way, from your presence, shuffle them up, like put them face down, and randomly burn a card from each of your presents.
Ooh.
Danger.
Yeah, sorry. I was
Yes.
like presents, and I was like
Not presents
thinking of,
under the tree.
Yes.
Present.
no, I was thinking CE presents.
Oh,
Like
presents.
as in and I was like, what new rule is this?
Yes.
Yeah.
What have you
where's my
changed?
What is my presence? I have awareness, but what is this new term? No, no.
I think
Please,
Impressed like, hey,
calling
guess
it
what?
presents
Check your
Gives you
mail.
A cool way of explaining your dreamer.
So I'm burning my guide, unfortunately,
Oh.
all alone.
Yeah.
That's
Four
okay.
of swords. Not too bad.
4 of swords, not
Yeah.
too bad.
And then the other ones that don't get burned, those get discarded. Those go to your past, and you can draw a new present.
Might have done something wrong.
Oh.
How many cards are we supposed to have in our present?
You should have 3 in
Three.
your present.
3.
Yes.
And then you needed to blind burn one of them, and then put the other 2 in your past.
Okay.
So just first kind of
Wait,
lay
you're
out
gonna-
your hand, like
Mhm.
all face down, so you can't see it. Pick one out.
And that one just goes away.
Okay.
You can tuck that one if you have the the play mat. You can just tuck it where it says pyre. You can tuck it behind there.
And then you should
this
have 2
includes
cards
the
left.
one we did for the
That
drink?
one's already burned.
Yeah, those are all.
That one
the-
No, that one's
Okay.
yeah, that one's already burned.
Yeah.
Burned?
It's
Okay.
it's technically not in the pyre. It's somewhere else, but it's you can think of it kind of as the same place. Yeah.
The other one you didn't pick gets shuffled
No,
back
we didn't-
into
yeah, we
your
didn't-
future.
Yeah, we didn't pick anything, so they should have just gone back into the future.
Yes. The ones that you were looking at
Okay.
for the spike, those went back into your future. What'd you burn?
Unfortunately, I pulled death.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
We did this for the other round. I'm gonna say
Imagine.
you could shuffle that back into your future because we want to see the major arcanas for the purpose of the playtest. Like, we're not playing this enough.
Burn a different one.
Burn a different one from the present. Yeah.
Like, don't feel bad about it. Like last time, I think I had pulled by my High Priestess card for my guide for the second time in a row. By
Yeah.
the way, almost.
It was
And I was like,
both Bun and Raz both like, I'm so excited to play with Major Arcana. First card for the world deck, Major Arcana. It's like, fuck, no, put those back. We want to see those played with. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
rough. Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Then instead, I have pulled the 3 of Cups.
Okay, not the worst. 3s are okay, especially when you got a lot of cups. Cool. So 3 of Cups is burned. The other 2, so that'd be death and whatever the other one was in your present, those are now in your past. And then draw up a new present of 3 cards. Everyone got your presents of 3 cards. Everyone got your futures, your pasts. 2 of you have empty pasts. And with that, visually, what happens is, with this transformation, sorry, in addition to the tattoo that's sort of like masking and making it a little bit harder to read you, there is also a tattoo of just a line sort of going down the middle of your forehead right here. And then for Karma, the like gemstone kind of sparkling veils, there is this like little rivulet of gemstones, like either like as like a headdress piece coming down
Mhm.
or like across stitched into the veil, just a noticeable like line in the middle of the forehead. For both Reaper and Rift, there is a closed eyelid on your foreheads.
not again.
Not again.
You want to know? Okay, so when Karma transformed, it was actually something I wanted to do. Considering, so fun
Yes.
fact, I basically have majored in cups. So, how does that look as Karma appears? Is that like a classical, accurate holy angel? There are like 2 rings that are going around Karma that are just like a set of eyes.
Yes.
They're just floating
Nice.
around.
Biblically accurate angels. Amazing.
I like how Karma is just becoming more fantastical and Sorry is just becoming more so she's like, nah. Here we are.
Amazing. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So cool. Okay. The only sword that got burned from that was Rift's 4 of Swords, correct? I just want to double check that for the spike that just happened. Cool. I'm not asking for any reason in particular. But you are now in the Dreamlands. You are back where you were, and you're looking out onto where that city is that you've been moving through. That sort of like rust-colored city, full of chaos and people and colors. From this distance, you could see that like you're at the edge of it. Like there's people like moving past you, but they're far more like moving crowds, not like in a crowd like up on you. It's less the chaos of before. But there is an unsettling, scintillating presence to the air around you that is like that like weird ozone flavor, like before and after a lightning strike. Like things just feel heavy. But you do see a path diverging towards the Undercroft that you know is where previously you were guided towards to find someone that might know something about the Morrigan. Moving that way, passing into these catacombs, it is less of a dark and sort of awful place and more of just very memento mori, very haunting, very like the presence surrounding you it feels important, but not like it's trying to get at you, if that makes sense. Death is here, which by the way, your first card that you have successfully passed was Death. I love the Cyberpunk deck version of this. It's super fun. But you have resolved that one. That was the spike. You are now moving into a place where death is balanced with the idea of life leading to it. There is a temperance to the strangeness and the macabre here that is beautiful, if a little bit haunting. Moving your way through, it is that strangeness of traveling in a dream where you're clearly moving, things are advancing forward, but you're not having to be intentional about your steps. They're just sort of winding towards where you need them to go. Until you find yourself in a place filled with sarcophagi. At its center is this bundle of what looks like mats and robes and clothes sort of chucked into the middle here. And sitting on it is an extraordinarily thin, strange, alien-looking thing. It is human-shaped, and that's about as much as you can tell from this distance. And what I will say is that we are in a duel. So whatever you would like to do, Danny. By the duels are going to be like card dueling. You're going to be picking cards from your present that are going to represent what you're doing in this moment. Don't necessarily think of it as having to be a fight. You can use cups to explore the space or understand what this creature is that you're looking at. You might use swords to be like, do I recognize it based on like my intellectualness, my books that can I investigate and extrapolate what this thing is? Think about how your cards might be interpreted into both softer and more aggressive actions as you explore the scene. But does anyone want to go first? Not all at once.
I think we're all looking at the meaning of our cards really fast.
I'm not that scary.
It's like,
And I'm going to draw up my cards.
don't lie to me.
I'm not that scary, I promise.
Sorry, we'll go first.
Yes.
As she approaches this, kind of leading the rest of the group, and she just introduces herself. Hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And we draw the 3 of Pentacles.
Oh, you don't tell me. I'm gonna stick with what I had. I honor code. I picked this. But
Yes.
you have the 3 of Pentacles.
Yes.
I'm just double checking if I think there's any guides on here so that I can help. I don't think so, but feel free to correct me. I love this little mini arcana. It's
so cute.
It's so little. I have the 8 of cups, which has this like
Ooh.
serpent slithering through a set of 7 cups, and then there's an 8th cup spilled over on the side with this sort of like what looks like almost like a solar eclipse happening up here. There's some branches and stuff. Spooky vibes. And what do you have with your 3 of Pentacles, I think you said?
Yes, 3 of Pentacles. As she's letting the others watch on as she's the one who takes the lead.
Nice. Very cool. I love that. You've got a plan. It's an introduction. It's simple.
We're gonna figure out what's going on here.
As you get close enough, for a moment you question, like, what is this thing that I am looking at? It looks almost like a mannequin, like some sort of doll, like just like fake like parts and just like little like armatures and stuff. But as you get closer, it seems to be made like spun out of the threads of all the things that are gathered beneath it. And you reach out your hand, and it just sort of like this like twining thread just like moves its way hand like into yours, and it is both soft and just sort of like uncomfortable how your fingers are like threading through its hand, and it's just like it's interacting with you, but it's are you interacting with an object or a thing? And you just get this sense of like the threads start to intertwine around you, and it is clearly like zoned in on you, and it's like the sides of what was suggesting a head just like deflate, and it's just these 2 vacuous empty spaces staring into you. So that is going to be I get to pick effects. That's right. Shmah. So I have an 8 of cups. You have a 3 of pentacles. There's no countering going on. I have doubled your value, so I score a triumph. I get to pick 3, and you get to pick 2. Or sorry, just 1 for your setback.
Just one.
Just one. Just the one, actually.
Just one.
Excellent. Okay. I would like to see your present. I want to see what cards you got in there. What are your other 2 cards?
I've got the 7 and 6 of wands.
Wonderful. Lovely. So that is one of my options that I'm picking. And then the other is going to be, I'm going to hinder you.
Okay.
And a devastate. So
Okay.
5 stress coming in. As it is just this like, it's this level of peering into you that is very disconcerting, and you're not sure why. It's said nothing. It's not responded to you except to hold your hand, but in holding that hand, it feels like it knows you
It's
far
icky.
more than it should.
Yes. Okay. So what we are going to do then is trap
Oh, yeah. Very good. Yep.
and give it to our glorious leader.
Nice.
So Haley, you're going to get a minimum of 2 increase to your next revealed
I
card.
think it's gonna be 3.
It'll be
You
3.
I don't know if we
five
round up
stress?
3.
This
3 then.
this one specifically says to round up. So
Oh,
half,
nice.
half the stress you
Round
take,
it up.
round it
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
So you get an increase of 3 to your next reveal. Sorry, he's taking the fall for you this round.
Haley's just like, this gonna be big.
I don't know what to do now though, because like I'm feeling like I turn to the other 2 and I'm like, I feel like we need to ask some more questions. If they're big cups, I'm useless against them.
Wonderful. And you don't have to go straight to Rift.
I don't
right.
have to go,
Yeah.
because I don't have
Yeah.
to go straight away. So maybe can we do some investigating, some studying
Yeah.
before we go to my big show? Because
Really?
I probably could do something medium,
Mm-hmm.
with something else, but I kind of want to get a vibe of.
I was gonna study first, but then I heard how much stress, and I was like, fuck it.
Yeah. No, absolutely valid. It's a good time. Good time to go with that.
It was a good one, for sure.
How are you taking your 5 stress?
Okay, you're gonna have to remind me how I can.
So you can flinch, which is discarding a card from your present to the past.
Okay.
Which is kind of funny because you could absorb 2 by making my my like analyze on you completely pointless by throwing those 2 into the past. So you could absorb 2 stress that way, and then you could absorb 3 stress by burning a card. And since you have no present, you could burn anything that's in your past. So there's flinching for 1,
Okay.
which is discarding from your present. There's blinking, which is reducing your awareness by 1. That absorbs 2. There's burning a card, either from your present or if you have no present from your past. That absorbs 3. And then there's blind burning, which is you just take the top card of your future and burn it. That absorbs 4.
Okay, cool. Now the question is, did I get an Onirigen? Because I
yes.
used the All right.
You
cool.
did get an Onirigen,
So we're
which
gonna
you could
blind
also-
burn for 4,
And then spend the Onirigen.
and then we're gonna spend the
Nice. What do you burn?
Let's take a look. Ooh, you can't read that. It's the 2 of Pentacles.
2 of Pentacles.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Not a bad burn. Yeah.
Not a terrible burn. I have the big ones in my car. My
Yes,
hands,
exactly.
so
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not
about to
gonna
say,
fuck with
you have the
those.
7 and 6 of wands in your hand. So it's interesting because it's like you're letting me know that I still know that, but
Yeah.
you get to keep them and use them, which could be very, very good. Okay. And
It's
then,
the, hey, by the way, I've got big numbers.
yes,
I'm watching you.
I'm watching you. And then I will take the 8 of Cups, and that goes to my past. And I will draw up to my. By the way, I have awareness 4. I have 4 cards in hand.
Ooh.
Next level
I
brain.
love all of the faces here. This is so good. Who is going next? Sorry, you get to pick who goes next.
Because I want to throw them in the deep end, I am going to pick Reaper.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What are you doing to me?
This is how we learn.
This is how we learn.
Now,
Um.
you can take your time and you can kind of talk to us if you want to strategize. You don't have to just throw yourself in. You can have
Yeah, we can
Reaper kinda talk
openly
with-
strategize.
Yes, and you can also, by the way,
Okay.
I play tested this a little bit. Sometimes I just play the foes randomly. I don't try and giga brain what cards I'm picking. I just like flip. I'll be able to do this one. You can do that if you're really unsure.
If could for this round,
Uh-huh.
Matthew,
Yes.
you pre-pick your card. Don't show us.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
pre-pick it, so then when Danny explains the cards and we can go through
That's
the
fair,
actual
yes.
present, then like
I've pre-picked
Beautiful.
my card.
Okay.
nice. So now if you say what card you're going to pick or you have ideas, then it's not going to get
You can now fully table talk your choices because I'm not allowed to change this. This is why the rules are written the way they are, is that you select and then you reveal. You mark the card that you're going to pick and there's no taking it back unless like some other mechanic lets you. So I've selected this. You could literally tell me I'm going to play this card and I could know it's going to be bad for me. I'm not allowed to change this.
Okay, I see the guide in this blindfold situation happening right now.
We're
will be good.
invoking the bond.
I
We're
am
invoking the bond
Sari's
right
guide.
now.
Okay.
I mean, I
So-
do have a card that I do have a card that could do that. If that's
Ooh.
So,
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
if
that
you
is
feel
something
like
that
you
you
have
can
an
do,
idea,
yeah.
then just go for it.
but remember, you can only invoke your guide once. So,
Per
Oh,
turn.
it's Sorry's guide.
It's not once forever.
Turn.
oh,
it's
what?
my
Oh,
guide.
really?
Yeah, you can always invoke your guide.
Oh my God, I'm gonna spam it.
Ah.
You can't stop me.
Because I do have the 2 of those here.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're thinking is we're going to find out what
We are going to study, is what it's
Yeah.
called, which is when you get to ask questions about the situation we're in.
And you can ask them entirely narratively. I will
Okay.
always give you something that is mechanically useful out of whatever that narrative question is. You can also ask mechanical questions. You could be like, what is the most common suit in your deck? And just like, we'll figure out a narrative that makes sense for it. But if you want, you could just be like, I want to find, give me something that is like, you could literally say, give me the most useful thing to know. And I will not Troy LaValle you. I will give you probably what I at least think is the most useful thing for you to know.
Okay.
So are you? Yeah. So
Um,
what? Do you have questions, or are you good?
I mean, I do like the what's the most useful thing for me to know.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, you can just kind of approach. How would you describe now then, Reaper kind of going into the situation using the Two of Swords as your guide?
I think she kind of takes a step back and lets the others handle the talking, and just takes in whatever this thing is.
Just observing.
Trying to study.
Okay.
Yeah. You are literally trying to study, and it's this like intellectual approach, like analyzing the thing in front of you and figure like what do I think this thing is?
Mm.
Wonderful. I have the Four of Wands,
Fuck yes.
which is Haley's like, yes, it's not all cups. So I've got these little like 4 torches. There's like a troll under the bridge, hunched over near a campfire with like little creepy things in the hollow of this tree. And the room around you, I don't get Onerigen, but I'm still gonna flavor it based on the card. The room around you like flickers in this like strange like there's no light sources. You can see because you need to see dream logic, and it's just like it gets dark, and when it's not dark anymore, that weird mannequin thing isn't in the middle of the room anymore. You feel like sea foam fingers like crawling across your chest, and is just like perched up on your shoulder, this weird deflated spiked shovel head just sort of like lingering near you. So you are going to get to study the most useful thing to know. This is a creature known. I'll give you flavor. I think like sailors' tales, these like folkloric kind of nuggets of information are buried away in Reaper's mind. And in this like whispering incantation that she feels next to her ear, you know that this creature is called Susurrus. It is the whispering, it is the murmuring, it is the rustling in the world. It knows everything that has ever been whispered, but very little else. And in terms of mechanically, it has an ability called Secret Eater. Whenever swords score a success or greater against Susurrus, it can add a swords card from the pyre to its present. It is able to take cards that you and it have burned and move them back into its deck.
So rude.
I don't know how. Every session of Beckoning Dream, I accidentally find a way to be rude to Haley, and I don't understand how this keeps happening. It's not intentional. I am not sandbagging. It just keeps happening. And in so doing, it is going to I'm gonna use the wands, so I can't analyze. So that is gonna mean that I'm gonna do the thing because I scored a triumph, so I get to pick 3 because I'm my 4 is double your 2. So I am going to devastate for 2 stress, and then I'll deja vu to devastate again for 4 stress, and then I will hinder Rift. Or sorry, not Rift, Reaper. So again, this thing's disconcerting presence. It is just like, uncomfortable. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Just like, it's not attacking you, but boy, how do you wish it would, because that would at least be understandable compared to what the fuck it's doing.
Now,
That's fair.
for your stress, because you've got 4, you can blind burn the top of your deck, and that gets rid of all of it.
Okay.
I tend to do that a lot because I trust my deck. I am a card counter.
Okay.
You can also, if you have a card that's in your hand that you want to burn, if you don't feel like it's all that useful, you can burn it. That'll absorb 3 stress, and then you can discard a card, your last card in your present, to absorb that last stress. You can also, since you have cups are one of the only ways to restore awareness to people. So you could bank on scoring a later triumph or so you've got 2 people with pretty decent cups. And you could blink, which would absorb 2 stress, and then you could flinch twice, discard your present, and then you'd be good on stress. So you'd have fewer cards in hand moving forward until you get that awareness restored. But it's an option. There's lots of different ways.
Okay. So if I do that, it goes into the cards go into my past.
Yes, if you flinch them, they
Or
go
they-
into your past. Yep.
Okay, so
you
I'll do that.
Absorb 1 stress each,
I'll
so you just have
flinch.
2 more stress to absorb.
And then if I blink, then I just have 2 cards.
Yes, you'll just draw up to 2 cards, but you will be good with stress. You're all done.
Okay. I will do that.
Okay, perfect.
So make sure you mark down that you're at 2 awareness.
2
now.
awareness, yeah. Wonderful. So a flinch and a blink, or 2 flinches and a blink. You're all good. And it is now someone else's turn. And Danny, you do get to pick who goes next, if you have any preferences. God, I love this artwork.
I will let Charisma go.
Charisma.
Okay. Awesome. Kind of hoping for that, because, like, yeah, Chris gonna just be like, whoa, okay. And just has, like, all her eyes focusing on this, like, whispering thing as it is basically shape-shifting around. I'm trying to think. I'm not gonna let that one thing happen again.
I know what I'm
Trust-
doing.
Why are you bullying me? You know, okay. Okay, I got it.
You got it?
I know what I'm gonna do.
What you doing?
Mm-hmm. I am doing the 3 of Cups.
Ooh, okay. Cups for cups. I have the 7 of cups.
God damn. You know what? At least I had you burned. At least I have you throwing that into the past.
That's true. That's true. I don't have it
So,
in my hand anymore.
I'm taking it.
You're taking it. So
I
I will
was
score.
hoping for this anyway.
I will score a triumph, and you will score a setback. I'm just trying to see if there's any. I don't think it would affect things too much because you'd only be able to lower me by 1 unless. But there are. I would argue that there's a couple of 1 alones because I don't know if you can see, but in the 7 cups that are at the bottom, there's all kinds of different stuff, but they're all singletons. There's like a moon. There's a little wreath. There's a little snake. They're all different things. So you could say that, like, they're not necessarily alone. It's a bit of a stretch, but I don't think it matters too much because even if you knock me by 1, it would still be double for a triumph.
I was actually going to ask, so if I potentially invoked my guide to up my cups to be a 4, would that turn your triumph into just a success?
Yes, it would.
Then I would like to do that, because if you look around all the merriment of people as I'm using the power of friendship, that's what the 3 of Cups stands
I love
for.
that all your cards are so green.
They're
that,
all
like,
so
they just
green.
can't
They
be
just
seen.
vanish. Yes. Try putting it in
just-
front of you.
Okay,
Yeah, if you stay in
there we
front
go,
of you,
just like
that's
right
good.
on my face.
Yeah.
Like,
I see a little
so
flowers
yeah, you
in
can
there.
see like the friendships, and so there's like little budding flowers and stuff kind of
Yeah, I see that.
happening.
I buy that. So that is effectively the 4 of cups against my 7 of cups,
Yep.
which means my 7 is no longer double. So bing bam boom, you are good.
Yes, so I will be utilizing my setback to do an anticipate.
Ooh, okay. So the next time that I select and reveal, or actually, do you pick an ally? And that's the next time they choose an
Jesus,
ally.
choose an ally.
Yep.
Yep.
So who would you like to choose?
I think. How are folks feeling against this whispering woods?
Not too bad.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
feeling pretty strong. I've
Okay.
got some
Feeling-
high stuff going on at the
Like
moment.
I could, yeah, because I could use that +3
the
that I got.
pluses.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have something that could work. But
But do we want to give you more of an advantage?
that's true.
Yeah. Like, are you concerned that you might potentially that this boss might potentially kind of put you on a roadblock?
So I think about it this way. I have options. So like I'm not
Okay.
stuck with anything. So like if I could see the card beforehand, I could play to its benefits. So if you could reveal, like, you know what I mean? That
Mhm.
reveal,
All right.
I have options without having to choose my most forceful actions.
Okay, then I think I will extend it over to Rift. Then I'm just gonna have
But then
as
can we still send it to Mark? Like the turn?
Oh,
Yes, you can still send the
Because
turn
you're
to Mark.
choosing an ally.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
So we can still charge.
Yeah, yeah.
Charge me.
I'm a charging my laser.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I can definitely just keep sitting back and analyzing the situation as needed.
I mean, do whatever you want, but I'm just saying.
But I think it might be good because you said you have options, which are good, which is definitely good in this situation when we don't know the deck
Mm.
very well. Whereas I think Sari and I are kind of in the same boat, as in if there's a certain card played, we're just gonna get roadblocked real hard.
Skadoosh.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So,
giving anticipate to Rift.
hmm
Dope. So the next time against Rift, you're gonna have +3, and also I will have to show what I'm picking first, and then you will get to select and reveal. Wonderful, wonderful. That's your one pick for your setback. I get a success, not a triumph, so I am going to pick. It's still a big difference, so I'll still do a devastate. So I'll do 3 stress to you, and
okay.
I am going to analyze. So I'd like to see what is in your hand.
Oh,
What is in your present? Show me your secrets.
I have. Whoop!
In front of
Come
your
on,
face.
card.
Get-
I just need to put it.
there you go, right in front of your
trying to make
face.
sure that it's. So we have my 8 of cups
Oh, damn.
and my 2 of cups.
Okay, interesting. Wonderful. Okay. But obviously some of those might go away right now, but I'm still going to deal, what did we say it was? 3
3.
stress. 3 stress to you.
Stress.
Yep.
3 stress. Okay. I'm like trying to figure out all the different ways of dealing with stress. Okay.
Burn one from your present or flinch 3 times.
You wouldn't be able to flinch 3 times because you only have the 2 cards.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
But you
sorry,
could-
my bad.
If that 2 of cups is not all that alluring, you could burn that, and that's a very easy way to ditch 3
Yeah.
stress right now.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, was burn my
Dope.
2 of cups.
2 of cups is burned. And then draw back up to 3 in your present, and you said you were passing it to Sari. That's a gremlin laugh. Hello.
I love it so much. It's the second time you've done it today, and I want to clip it and put it as my message tone.
120 second gremlin laugh. Sorry, what you got going?
I love everyone's giggles here, actually. You all hear me live.
Okay. So Sari, who has seen this creature now affect the others, is very much on the defensive and is kind of gathering up the others in order to assist in this defense as she's approaching it
Mm-hmm.
much more analytically than she usually would.
Okay. I have the
Yeah.
7 of swords.
I have the 7 of wands.
Ooh, I love it. We're gonna clash. I love that. Okay.
So good.
Unless there's any, I'm not seeing any guides on mine.
I have a guide on mine.
Yes.
His helmet is blocking your view of his face.
Nice. Okay. Is it blinding him though? I think that's
It is pushed down in there, so I
Okay.
think it's partial visage, but I would argue it's not necessarily completely blinding him.
okay. Yeah, I
But
would
it
say,
does hinder and hide the face, which is what I had intended with that.
Okay, I had blindfold, which I thought was sort of like a you are blinding
Mm.
yourself somewhat in pursuit
Yeah,
of something.
I could
So
definitely see that as well.
so that's the only reason I was gonna hold off is that if it's not
Yeah.
blinding him, then I would not
If
call
it's
it a
not blinding
blindfold.
him.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I would agree with that then. Darn it. So close.
Sorry. I gotta occasionally say no because I want the
You've
guides
got
to
to
be.
say no. You have to say no.
I don't want the guides to be on every card, but you've had a lot of blindfolds, and I'm waiting for them to punch me in the face. Dope. So we're gonna get a
Hey,
clash.
now that we learned that we could do it just every like turn,
Yeah.
you're kind of cooked. You're done.
I'm so done. This is the end of me. So we are.
Let us look at your card again.
Yes. Yeah. So we've got this sort of like Red Riding Hood Cinderella style woman.
There is
You
the
wouldn't
one
say
alone.
that is alone.
Oh, I'd 100% say that's one alone. Yes.
I would like to drop you down one, please.
You can take me down a peg. Yeah. So I am only the 6 of swords to.
And the only reason I would do that as well is because even though there's something else in the thing, is because she's literally
She is-
fighting against it.
She
Like,
is alone against the other
Yeah.
thing. 100%. I
Yeah.
feel like one alone absolutely matches on that. So I'm down to a 6. You're up to a 7. You're using or you were a 7. You're not up to. You are 7 of
I
wands,
am
right?
a 7. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I am a 6
You're
because I had a
6?
hinder on me.
Oh, you are. So we're both.
We're still
So we're still gonna
yeah.
clash. Good memory on the hinder. Yes. So we are.
Yes.
Wonderful. And you're
I
using.
mean, till
that-
Danny comes back and also invokes their guide.
I don't see a ship in stormy seas. Otherwise, I would just have invoked it on their behalf. But cool. So I think it's 6 and 6. We're gonna clash it up. I've got swords and you've got wands.
Wands. Okay. So with that, I get 2, correct?
Mm-hmm. You get to pick 2 and I get to pick 2.
Okay. So what we are going to do, and I will say that I did say she was defending against, do I get the Oni? I'm just going to call it an Oni.
You could call it an Oni.
It's literally, it's the meaning of the card is to become defensive and try finding the higher ground.
Ah, I like it. Okay, yes, you get the Onerigen for that. Absolutely.
Okay. So we are going to hinder,
Okay. Nice.
and then we are going to help.
Oh, who you helping?
And we are going to spend our Oni to give Rift 2.
Gross. Gross. You're disgusting and I like it. Shame on you.
Nice.
Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna press. And
Mhm.
I'm gonna glare. I was hoping that you would proc the glare so it would do another stress to you, but you did no stress to me. So it's just 2 stress coming your way.
2 stress. Okay. How to deal with 2 stress?
Just flinch twice.
You could flinch twice.
Or
Yep.
drop your awareness. By
We
one.
will drop our awareness by 1.
So we blinking.
We're blinking.
We blink.
We've blunk. There's no way that's correct, right? It's blinked, right? It's not blunk.
I think it's interchangeable.
Oh God, I've always said blunk as like the silly option in
The
my head.
silly
I mean, maybe
one?
it is just the silly option, it's just also correct. Wild. Okay. Interesting. Alrighty. Who is next? Is it time to unleash the rift on me?
I think it's the time to unleash. Yep, we're going
It's
with
like,
Rift next.
Go attack dog.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Well, 'cause we don't want you to pull up a new hand. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
we don't
yeah,
like too much.
Which, by the way, I will. You don't get to see like
No.
the game state over here, but I will let you know. I'm out of future. I have 4 cards in present. My future is empty. I have 4 cards in my past. So it's done.
It
its
has not
thing.
shifted yet.
It's not
Mhm.
shifted yet, but I am about to on this next draw. I'm gonna have to blind burn by just normal rules of the game. So
Okay.
this is an example of how even if you're not dealing stress to your opponents, games of like wars of attrition can be fought. You can slowly push them towards losing cards. It's just faster if you deal stress. Okay. Man, you get to know what this is. Just such a bummer.
Oh, we're so sorry for you.
Oh, I'm so
sorry,
sorry.
man.
Oh, no.
What is it?
I kind of want to be mean, so I'm
Do it.
gonna do this. Oh, you get
What?
to see this. Sorry, I'm a dumbass.
I get to see this.
It is temperance.
Ooh.
Okay, what is she?
So, you don't know. You just know that it is suitless, and it is value 6.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't
so
know if there's
suitless
any
means
other
that-
spiciness going on.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's all good. But it means that you can't counter me back either.
Correct. I
Right?
can't counter you,
Yep.
and you can't counter me. Correct.
But we do know that a success with swords is bad.
You know that a success with swords, I think it's clash or
something.
success. It does scores a success or greater. So a success or a triumph, it will give me something. Yes.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
But
necessarily
it's
say
choosing
it's bad,
from the
but
burn pile.
It's choosing
It's
from the burn
a sword
pile.
from the burn pile.
Yes.
So
Which is there's a 4 of swords in there right now.
yeah,
That's why I
but
asked
that's
earlier.
nothing. You're
That's
good.
nothing?
You
Yeah.
got this.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
So,
We'll
It's
be
nothing.
How much am I adding right now? +5?
You're adding +5 to this. Yes.
So There's- And you got a 6.
I have a 6. I have a 6 value.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, well then I think I've got what I'm gonna pick.
Okay.
And so what Rift is doing is everyone's kind of been bolstering me at this point, and the way that that is showing is that everyone is keeping her attention or its attention, and I've disappeared. I've actually snuck off. I'm like hidden away, and I'm
Nice.
like using some I'm using the 7 of swords, which is like
Ah,
sneaking
yes.
around, taking advantage of situations, and being deceptive. And +5 makes it a 12, which is double your
Yes.
Nice.
My value.
things, so your value. And I
So-
and I don't. Yeah.
I just
What am I- am I
want
doing?
yes. Oh, is there one alone? Is there?
There is one alone.
There is.
Yeah.
There's.
And look at its little eye.
Oh, the
No,
cat
there's
is
one
the
alone. The
alone.
sword at the
Why?
bottom.
Well, the
Yeah.
one I would say the sword is going to be one apart because there's other swords.
Yeah,
It's not
but
alone.
I
But
was
the
gonna
cat
talk about
is.
it's a fox.
I think
it's a
It's
fox.
a little fox.
It's
It's
a
a
little
cunning little fox.
It's the
and
cunning
sneak- and I
fox.
as I sneak around, being deceptive,
Nice.
and I just like that singular eye, just looking out, like, look how lonely he looks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's. You don't have to give it to me. That's all good. But
No,
that's
no, no,
what
no,
I'm doing.
I will give it to you. What I want to say is that this is very interesting because you referenced like the seven of swords does classically have like a deceptive meaning, cunning, taking a more like lifeful path. Because swords are like deception technically falls under pentacles for the game's purposes, but there is a boon that if you use this, if you have the 7 of swords in your deck, you can use swords for deceptive things, deceptive
Mhm.
approaches. There's just a cost to it. But I just wanted to highlight that is
Okay.
that like normally, like
Mhm.
you are still doing a really good job of
because
evoking.
because I'm not using the actual thing. Okay, so let me have a think for 2 seconds.
I would say
Can
you're
I
still. You can-
intellecting it?
Yes.
But I'm because I'm taking advantage of the situation and using their
Yeah.
actions
Mhm.
against this one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I like to say.
You don't have to like. What I was gonna say is that I'm definitely gonna give you an origin for it because you are like clearly leaning into the cards meaning in divination terms. It's also like, yes, that is normally like a pentacles read of that card for game mechanic purposes. It's
Yeah.
also like you're being tactical, you're being intellectual, and then like it's focused on everyone else. Everyone else has been setting me up. Now is the time to strike, and I'm gonna do it really like true and straightforward. Are you like attacking this thing, or are you trying to like just like seize on a moment of like subversion and like, you didn't think I was here? Ha! Now I'm studying you. What you gonna do about it?
Yeah, I think I'm going to what I'm trying to do is I'm going to try and put them on the back foot. So I want to like just have them feeling like they are unable to move, like how they were moving around the room without people noticing. Like I
Mhm.
want them to be like that you're not the only one. Like so I feel like I'm using like this action to kind of like. Did you say that there was like all these like webs like this webbing coming off of them and connecting everything together?
It started like threads. It started like it was these frayed threads that were sort of bundled together in a shape, and now it's looking a little bit more like sea foam, like clinging to Reaper's form. But it seems to be somewhat mutable in form. It's not always the same, but that can work to your advantage too. You could force it into a form for the purposes of doing your card.
Yes, that's what I'm kind of like. Yeah, I'm forcefully like I'm almost like wrapping my arms around threads and just being like, "Woohoo, I'm here!"
Yes,
like
pulling it to you. Yeah. Wonderful. Okay, so you are scoring a triumph because you're double my value.
Don't touch my friends.
Don't touch my friends. Sorry, I thought of what I want to like in character do because of what you said there, but I love it. So what are your choices? You get 3 and I get 1.
I would like to devastate.
Okay. Yep. That makes sense. So I'm gonna take 6 stress.
6 stress. And then I think, how is everyone else feeling? Should I do some study on this thing as I like try and...
I think we need to figure out the last one, the special criteria that must be satisfied.
Yeah.
Because we're still a little blind as to what we're doing right now.
Cool. Then I would like to study.
Okay.
And I would like to ask the completion qualifiers.
Yes.
How do we complete? How do we move forward from this
Sure.
this thing? Yeah.
You can just grind its deck to 0, right? You just force it to have no cards left. That's always a victory condition. So just doing a bunch of stress like you're doing, that is advancing the plot. The other thing you could do, if it is somehow never able to use its secret eater ability, so if there's no swords in the pyre, or if its awareness is 0 and it has no cups and it doesn't think it can still win by hanging out, it will give up.
Okay.
So if you can get rid of all of its cups cards, you don't know how many there are. So far you've seen 2. And if you can put its awareness to 0, then you will have defeated it without having to burn through all of its cards.
How do I lower awareness?
Doing enough stress to me to force me to like, I have to do some blinks is one way.
Of course, yeah.
There's also Pentacles has one that's misdirect. You can just force its awareness down.
Yeah, beautiful. Then I will do that as my third option.
I think that's a
Pentacles only. That's
I would suggest
I was literally, it's because the entire time I thought I was going to do a Pentacles thing, and so I was just reading that over and over and over again until we decided I was going to do swords.
That's valid.
My bad.
No, that's okay.
Haley, for your third one, do break. Have him burn the card.
Ooh, you could do that. Yeah.
Where's that one? Oh,
it's under swords
cool.
effect.
Yeah, cool. Yes, I will break then.
So dope. Temperance is burned. You're forcing that with the break. By the way, Temperance gets added because it was the card that came up in the dream spread. That's how it had access to that. Normally it's just not there. So you're breaking, you're dealing 6 stress to me, and you're studying, and I've given you like the victory. You can tell that this thing, it's a little whispering shit. It just likes eating other people's secrets. Like it thrives on them. And you understand that in this strange moment where Temperance allows it to choose. If it deals no stress, it takes no stress. So it is going to do that. It's going to deal no stress to you. It's never going to get to do this again. That's why I was like, do I be shitty? I'll be shitty and I'll use Temperance because I had a feeling you were going to fucking wind up and Kamehameha right in the face. But if it chooses to deal no stress, it takes no stress on this turn.
Okay. At least I got 1 card burned.
You did get 1 card burned. That's no joke. That is effectively 3 stress or 4 stress if it had been blind. So that's still a big deal. And it is also going to hinder you back. It's gonna like, I think of this like in this moment of like you just getting up in its face and being like, don't mess with my friends. You're on me. It's like, Rift, why'd you push us in?
Just say, you know why.
So you have a 1 hinder on you, and
they never whispered that.
Yes, they did. You don't remember them whispering it. You don't remember them whispering it, but they whispered it. And swoop. You or you didn't hear it. because you scored a setback or a success or higher with the swords, I'm going to take that 4 of swords and put it into my hand, which is a very important interaction in that, or my present, I should say, in that I now have, because I could pull that temperance out of the nether to use it because of the dream spread. I now have 5 in my present, which means I don't have to interact with my future yet. So I don't have to blind burn a card yet. So you're gonna have to get cards out of this hand, this present, before I start having to cycle through my deck and burn stuff.
Okay.
But I can't use that temperance anymore. It's gone. It has been burnt. You broke it. So I think maybe there's a little bit of this like this unstoppable force meeting a movable object moment where like Rift isn't freaked out by hearing that whisper, and it's just like cocking its head and just sort of like weirdly studying you in this like, what are you kind of way. Who gets to go next?
How's everyone looking? I as I've got this thing's attention, I look behind me as I'm like, cool, I've got its attention now. Who's looking? Who's trying to meet my eye? No one?
No one?
I get to pull up.
You get to pick, yes.
I
That's
think Karma wouldn't be exactly meeting your eye. They're not feeling entirely confident, but they might benefit if somebody helped boost them in a way.
Somebody give me some help and then I'll go.
I mean, you all know that at least you all kind of know at this point that I have the 8 of Cups at least, and judging by my gremlin laugh, I pulled up something good too. So,
Then maybe if no one is gonna say anything,
You
then
can
I
just
will
go again.
Go again.
You can. That's allowed.
Nice.
You can pick yourself.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna just do that, and we're just gonna see if we can get one thing to boost karma
Sure.
as I keep its attention on me.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Okay.
Okay. The 4 of Pentacles.
Versus the 6 of Swords. Oh,
Damn it! You counter me.
I counter you. I score a success and I counter you. Brutal. Absolute brutes magoots.
Matt, you go in the corner and think about what you've done. I don't. You're not allowed to play anymore. You are too rough with your toys.
Amazing.
Oh, I stared into its eyes and it whispered something that did hurt my feelings.
And it's just like the first one happens, it sort of cocks its head and it's like it just starts whisper after it just whispers fall out of this thing's face.
You know what it starts whispering? It starts whispering things that Grimma has said behind my back.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Like about the people that are lost.
Mhm.
Like about me. Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
That'll hurt.
That's a shame.
Oh no!
Yeah, I trust her, but she doesn't really protect anyone. You have to kind of weigh that in.
You only send people you don't really want back.
Yeah.
Like
She's sort of the queen expendable. She keeps coming back, but not with anyone.
yeah. Oh my god.
Sending people you don't want, that hurts my feelings.
So I'm gonna deal. It was 4 for you.
Yeah, 4.
So I will deal. It was not a triumph, which was important because otherwise I could just make you burn that card. That would be brutal. I will glare, and I will. Or no. I will. Ooh, wait. Did we count your hinder? You got hindered on the last one, so that was actually a 3 of Pentacles.
It was a 3.
So it is a triumph. So yes, I will be breaking you. I will break you right back. So burn that 4 of Pentacles. And then
Why do I have to burn the 4?
because I'm choosing the break option because I scored a triumph.
Yep.
So I'll break, and I will devastate for 3 stress, and I will hinder. I will not hinder you. I am going to hinder
Sorry, how much stress?
3.
So I can blurn. I can blurn my blast.
You can blurn
My
ball your
present.
blard. Yeah.
My present I can burn for 3.
Yes, you can burn a card out of your present for 3. Yep.
I'm burning the 2 of Pentacles.
Wonderful.
There is a lot less subterfuge going to happen
You
now.
are hemorrhaging pentacles. You are all swords. And then I am going to it's gonna hinder Reaper again. because I think one of these whispers that gets spouted off is like, be a shame if she died, but she's done a lot of good work. I mean, we've gotten our return on investment there.
What a nuts.
What? Just the worst. Just the worst person.
We're
Love
gonna
it.
prank Grimma later. We're just gonna put his hand in a bucket when he sleeps.
Yeah.
No,
Just-
Sari is going to put glitter in his everything. Just
So I think that puts Reaper to a cumulative -2. I have 4 in my present. I have nothing in my future. I don't draw up. My awareness is only 4, and that is the end of that round.
I look at Sorry and I'm just like, fix this. As I just crumple to the ground. Like I still I've got my hands like fully in whatever the thing that I like.
you're like, I
forced
got
it to.
this.
Yeah.
And now I'm just on my knees, like hanging onto the threads, like stop it, stop it.
And you all see that it is taking pieces of her her cloth-like clothes and just like adding them into itself and like just sort of hunching further and further, like growing in size, and this sort of looming specter of awful secrets just whispering and rattling into her mind. Who wants to go next?
I think Sari got called upon.
Yeah. Sorry, what you doing?
Mhm.
Or I guess I
Queen
don't
of
get
Chaos.
Queen of
required.
Chaos. Queen of Chaos, get in
Oh,
here.
please.
Help. Help.
Okay. What we are going to do.
Three of Wands.
6 of Wands.
Ooh, okay. So you are going to score no countering, but you are going to score Triumph.
And
Nice.
I think this counts for someone's guide. One set apart. There's the one person on the horse leading the others.
No,
One-
that was last. That was last
Yeah.
session.
That was last. Okay.
Yeah, but that
Darn
was
it.
good. That's good.
I was trying.
You're getting there. We're
There
trying.
is a one alone.
There is.
There's a little raven all by themselves.
That does look like that.
It does look like it. It is the raven. I'm calling upon the raven.
I'm calling
No,
upon
it's
the
fine.
Raven. Okay.
I can't remember. I wasn't here
That's
to
okay.
listen to, so I'm trying to.
I know it's
figure
okay.
out what
There's
guides
one
are.
alone, and I was actually looking at mine for it because I have this sort of like vampiric woman, and then there's this dude that's looking like the Beast after he gets way less sexy, sort of sprawled out on the ground, and then there's bats around her, and I was like, there's technically like one of each human in here, but I would not call
But-
any of them alone. They're all sort of chill.
Yeah,
One of them is beat up, but they're all together.
that's okay.
Yeah,
We'll get
and I
this.
feel like the secret is more being alone is sadness.
the-
like
Yes.
it's not like triumph aloneness. It's
Yeah.
like hidden aloneness, like
That's
away.
what this card means too, is triumph. We are soaring a victory, so I can't help you then.
But
I didn't
Right,
hear
so
the
the
guides
triumph-
earlier.
you are scoring a triumph, and you are sort of like coming
Yes.
in to aid Rift in a moment of need. So you're gonna get to pick 3. I get to pick
So, the first thing we're going to do is confuse,
1. No, yes,
and I have bewilder.
yes, I love this.
So I have to force you, or I can force you to select your next card at random.
Mm-hmm.
You do not get to pick.
Yes. So the
And
way
for confuse, you cannot select the same suit as your
Correct.
current card.
so I have a wands, so I'm not allowed to select wands. But why bewilder is good, if you choose to force me to pick at random, and I randomly pick a wands card because I'm forced to, its value will be set to 0 because of the confuse effect.
Okay.
So
So that's what we're gonna do.
I'm either not playing a wands or I'm playing a 0 value wands. Wonderful. Love it.
So that's 1.
It's 1. That's your triumph effect. What would you like to do for your other 2 choices?
We are going to devastate.
Blah, okay. Ow. So 3
for
stress.
3.
3 stress.
Yep. And then we are going to help. And we are going to help Reaper. So now instead of 2 down, it's only 1 down.
Nice. So back to 1 down. Wonderful.
As Sari kind of pushes her way in and tangles herself in on the opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, you wanted help, I'm here! And starts trying to knot these threads
And
that are going on.
knots around and mixes into your fingers and your hand. It's this tangled mess.
This is what you meant, right?
This is what you meant.
Yes,
And
it is.
I just
have
picture that
tears.
she
I was
ends
like,
up
yes.
suspended along with the guy, where she's
Mhm.
suspended above him in knots, just like, hi,
I love it.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
So I think in the confusion, it's like, okay, I did it, but now I have a problem now. It's not a big one, it's not looming, but it's a little, you're like, okay, did I bite off more than I could chew? So take one stress. I'm just gonna press you. I don't think there's
Okay.
anything else that's particularly interesting to do.
And
Or
I will.
actually, no, I'm not gonna press you.
Yes.
Sorry, I take it back. I'm gonna help myself. I'm gonna help.
Yeah.
So I am going to give myself a +1 for my next revealed card, because if it ends up being a 0 wand, it'll at least be a 1.
It's a 1. Okay.
Amazing. Okay, and then for the 3 stress that you're dealing me, I will burn that 4 of swords that I got to take out of the pyre.
Ooh.
So I'll refuel
Nice.
that cannon so that I can keep doing that. And then this goes to the past. I burn from my present, so now I only have 2 cards. I need to draw from my future. I have no future. So I'm gonna shuffle up my past, and I will blind burn, and then I will draw more cards. So you're starting to wheedle me down. Who wants to go next?
I'm gonna pass it off to Danny, because they haven't gone in a while. So I'm gonna make you play with us.
Sorry, you gotta play with us, Danny.
I am blind burning the 6 of swords,
Nice.
Nice.
which is interesting because I can, if it happens,
Just
get it
bring
back.
it back.
I draw 2 cards, and I am ready.
Okay.
So you just have a -1 now to your number.
Oh, I have to pick
that
it
you
random.
need to-
I was like,
Yes.
You do.
oh, I have a plan.
Yeah.
And then I remembered I'm not allowed to have a
No
plan. I'm
plan.
confused and bewildered.
Well, I'm gonna play the Ace of Wands and hope you draw cups. But I think it's like she's just trying to
I will-
counter all the the terrible whispering with positive things.
Ooh, okay, you're changing the rules. Yeah,
See,
yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
only going to put a slight pause because you are hindered, so that would just be a 0.
Would
I just want to show you. I want to show you what
Hold
I've
on.
got. You want to tie for a 0 of wands with me? Because I also have.
But
the
you
Ace of
gave
Wands.
yourself the help
I
action,
did,
so that
so
would
I
still
have
be
a
a
one.
1.
I have
so
a 1. That's.
Yay, zeros.
This is the goofiest interaction, and I love it. I love that this is happening.
Let's see. Wait, can we see the card? Let's see if anybody can invoke their
Listen,
gun to help
listen,
Danny so
I
they
see-
clash.
I see my crow one alone, and I also see the fucking sword, like the one. I mean, I know it's a single, so probably not. But I would say that. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say because that's even a storm happening in the background of
Yeah.
that Ace of
Ooh,
Wands.
yes. if
Ooh,
there's-
that's an oncoming storm.
That's yeah. It says a ship in stormy
Yeah.
seas, but I'd 100% count like the stormy seas part as that. So you could invoke your guide on that and boost it by 1.
So now you're
I was
both
about
at
to ask if I
1.
could do
So then
that.
you're both at
Now you're
1.
both at
So
one.
then,
And then I mean, yeah, what do y'all think? Does this count as 1 alone? There's just a hand.
It's hard because it is
It's
the
the
Ace
one.
of Wands.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
because it's
So
the
it's
ace,
like,
I probably
you
wouldn't.
You could probably on every ace, you could
It'd
probably
feel a
count
little
one
cheaty
alone.
to count
and
the
so
ace. That's
yeah.
fair. That's fair. I want
Yeah.
to throw it out there in case we wanted to go for not a clash, but I think it's hilarious that it's a clash from the Ace of Wands, but neither one technically was an ace. They both had to get boosted to get there, which is incredible.
you just
So we are clashing. We get to each pick 2.
Okay.
And then what suit did you
Um,
pick, Danny?
wands.
Oh, yeah, they're both ones.
They're both wands.
They were both ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no
Yes, you
counter.
can
on that.
deja
So-
vu.
What you can do is the deja vu. use your boon, and then deja vu it for a total of 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do a lot of helping and hindering right now.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to hinder. And then deja vu. That's-
You're gonna
you're
hinder me
hinder it
twice?
twice.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that's a -4.
Yes, explaining it to the audience, normally help is +1, hinder is -1,
Yes.
but
But I have chosen the boons inspiring and disruptive. So inspiring gives me a base +2 to help, and disruptive gives me a base +2 to hinder.
and since you could deja vu to choose it twice, you've now -4'd me. Oof! Ow!
Big oofy banana.
Big oofy woofies.
With that, could you do the no, because it's the deja vu means do it again, because like you could
Yeah.
help and hinder and do both by 2, couldn't you?
Yes.
But that's separate. That's not
But that's
you
separate,
use
yeah.
deja vu, so that's
Yeah.
cool.
So
Oh,
your
is it?
Yeah.
your 2 choices would be hinder, and then you pick deja vu
And
to
help,
pick
yeah.
hinder again. Instead of you
Yeah,
could do a help and a hinder. It's sort of the same math, but this way it doesn't matter who it goes to next. I'm stuck at -4. It's still
Yeah.
a 4 value swing. And then I think what I'll do, I will. Okay, I don't need to do that. Then in that case, I am going to. I'm gonna help myself. Bump that to increase that to a mighty
Nice.
-3, and then I will. I'm feeling spiteful, so instead of deja vuing to help myself again, I'm just gonna hinder you right back. I'll give you a -1 there, Reaper. Ha ha!
They're spicy.
My Ace of
Now-
Wands goes to the past. All done. We didn't deal any stress to each other, and then we draw back up in our present. And it is whose turn next?
I feel semi-confident, but I don't know if anybody else has a.
Okay, so do we want
Particular
to come
plan
up with
in
a
action.
plan to build? Because sorry, I have a higher card,
Mhm.
but if you have a higher card as well, we can burn and build around you.
I basically have kind of 2 routes that I can take, which is one high route that can potentially be blocked.
Okay.
And then another route that can't be blocked.
Okay.
Wonder what that means.
So do you want the boost of all of us working together to boost you up currently? Or do you want to go for it because you know that they have the hindrance of 3 on them at the moment?
Kind of tricky. I think I could potentially go. I'm just wondering if what direction would you guys recommend between the 2 routes that I had suggested to you guys? Either like trying to go in swinging real hard, but I could potentially get countered, or I could hit a little less, but I can kind of go.
I
in.
would say we need to start working our way through their cards and burning our way
Mhm.
through that stuff. So if you've
Okay.
got a way to help break down their awareness or break down what they've got currently,
Yes. So
Let's see.
So I'd swing hard with what you are thinking about. And Matt, stop listening.
La 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 la.
Yeah, quit intervening in our strategy meeting. Well, you guys already know, like, I have the 8 of Cups on me, so that's something
Yeah.
Matt already knows.
And for yes, I was gonna say, it did analyze Karma earlier, so it also knows that she has the 8 of Cups.
yeah.
But they're gonna need a wand. Okay, so wands, and that is something that they have got.
Yeah, that's why a little schnikey.
It's just, do I have it in my
Um,
presence right now? Is it available to me? What are you going to do? I'm.
Okay,
If you know me,
so
then I'll be you, and I'll
I-
use your body to get to the top.
I mean, I do have at least. I could. Okay, so something I can also do is use a potentially weak card, but it would reduce awareness. So
Mhm.
that's potentially something that can be done on my end.
Let me go first, and then I'm going
Okay.
to boost you. So that way you're a little bit
Okay.
heavier hitting.
All right.
So that way you don't have to worry about that taking a little bit more.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I do apologize if I'm like causing
No, it's
unnecessary
okay.
stress when
This
y'all
is-
were like
This is the whole
strategizing.
point: is to teamwork and table talk it and figure out what your strategy is. This is allowed. This is part of the game.
All right.
Sorry.
Ready?
Yep. Little Red Riding Hood is back with a 7 of swords.
I have the Ace of Pentacles.
Oh no! Welcome, Raiders. You're just in time to watch Sari get countered.
Hello.
Mhm.
Now, to be fair, this is acting like the 4 of swords because y'all have hindered me
Smacked
into
the heck out of
oblivion.
you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, but I got countered.
You did get countered,
Yeah.
and I scored a triumph. So I am going
Yes.
to get to pick 3. I'm going to break that card, so you have to pitch that to the pyre. I am going to devastate for 3 stress, and then I am going to hinder. It is starting to like this feels like metagaming, but I also think that like in the moment of like you're all communicating like, what if we did this? And then it just like looks around, what if we did this? And you can see it is going to hinder karma. Because whatever y'all are trying to do, you're trying to boost her up. Fuck you.
I quit
I
this
love card dueling games. They're such a little take that piece of shit. Amazing. So, burned your card, 3 stress, and then hindered
Yes.
karma. What'd you do for the 3 stress? I'm such a dick.
You are. You better sleep with one eye
Oh,
open.
yeah.
see.
I'm stealing your
I'm
dogs.
stealing your no.
Okay. So we are going to blink
Yep.
for another awareness.
Oh, so now you're down to 1.
I know. Playing a
Woof.
dangerous game here.
Woof.
And we are going to flinch.
Okay. All right. How many cards do you have in your present?
0 now.
0. So you do get to draw up. That was the reason I was asking. Cool. All right. Who goes next?
Are you feeling confident about this now?
I live for this. This is so fun. I'm in your
You're an
head.
absolute brat. And you wonder why I call you a butt munch.
Bun, is your turn now. Asari gets tangled up in herself and is like, oopsie.
So it's completely inverted. Yeah, you like grabbed this thing and pulled Susurrus off of Rift, and then it's just like moving its threads to the ceiling, and now you're sort of like bye instinct video, just stuck like being marionetted around the room, like this did not go the way I wanted it to. No.
Do it. Go for
Do
it. I reckon go hard. Just fucking go for it.
All right. Well, Matt knows that I have 2 potential cards that I'll be using, but that's the thing is they don't know which one I'll be
don't.
using.
I don't.
So
And I am playing it. The Susurrus doesn't know what the other card is. They only know that you have an 8 of cups. They don't know what the other card is.
yes. Oh,
Smack
I'm like
'em.
trying. I hate you so much. Okay, just let me look up something
Yep.
really quick. Okay. Okay. Don't you chuckle at me.
I
I'm
will
so angry at you. I'm so angry. Okay, you know what? All right, I got it.
This is the joy. This is when you know that the card dueling is really reaching its peak. Is when we're both just like, you fucking get out of my head. Get out of my head.
I'm so stressed. You don't even know.
The 3 of Wands. My vampire lady is back.
The Eight of Cups.
Yes!
Oh.
Amazing. You do. I will say, you eat up the hinder that's on you, right? Like, it was the 7 of cups that got countered. You still don't get to pick anything. And I only get to pick one because the value still matters. So I only get to pick one thing. I only scored a setback. So I am just going to
Now, this is where I remind you, you can go again. Now
You
that you know
can
he's
go
used
again.
that card, you can choose to go again.
Yes, you can go again. So if you've got another card in the tank, I will just help myself. I think this is like Karma is trying to like study the situation and get a grapple on things like, oh, this is switched up and it's not going well for us. And this thing is just like sort of whispering, and all of you are hearing these horrible whispers from, it's not even people just it's just things whispered by people. And you know the things that people like to whisper. And it's just eating at your psyche, hearing these things from all around you. So the only thing I'm picking is just a help, and I'm helping myself. So my next card is +1. And I will draw up to 4. My future is now empty. So if you get me to have to draw a card now, then I gotta do some more blind burn.
I've got a big card, but it's gonna help them in the big scheme of things.
I can probably get them to burn another card.
Or you can do another big smackdown.
What you doing, everybody?
Are you picking
Okay.
Bun?
Who you picking, bun? Who's
That's-
going?
I'm like trying to figure out kind of my next
Yep.
steps because I am feeling. I'm feeling just a little bad because that was my highest card.
That was brutal. That was tough. That's tough to get your highest one countered. That's rough. Yeah.
So I'm just a little sad. I am processing these emotions as I'm also trying to strategize at the same time.
Valid. Yes.
You
Because
said you had a big one in the bank. You said you had a
the
move.
big one in the bank.
You did- I
No,
think
you said you had another move.
you do have the High Priestess. Meta, I know that. I'm not. Susurrus doesn't know that. But you do have the High Priestess, which is pretty flexible. Like, even if you get a setback with the High Priestess, you could pick the best setback that you can get. You can also just use the High Priestess to misdirect. And that pings my awareness, which you know is going to help you be able to take this guy down.
All right, I'm gonna just go one more round. This is not gonna. This is. I don't know how this one's gonna end. How this one's gonna end, but let's roll.
Let's roll. Let's do this.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
The 8 of Cups.
The Ace of Pentacles.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Interesting. I do score a triumph, but there's no counterings. So I score a triumph. You are going to score a setback, but Pentacles is a pretty good one to get a setback on. Yeah. I think I'm gonna devastate. So I'll deal 7 stress to you. And then I will actually, sorry, because I have the +1, so this is acting like the 9. So I'll do 8 stress to you. I will help myself, so I'll get that +1 back, and I will hinder Rift. I literally picked it random in my head. It's nothing personal. Haley, if we ever meet in person, Haley's just gonna dick punch me first thing. Just like, that's for all of them. That's for all of the moments. You're such an ass to me.
I'm gonna rewatch every one of the streams and just like calculate how often you pick on me, and I'm gonna work out the percentage.
The percentage is how hard she's gonna punch you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, the percentage is how many times out of 100.
All right.
Whew.
So obviously I'm going to trap.
Yes, 100%. So you're gonna get to
'Cause
give
this is
somebody a
just kinda-
+4. This is a lot of stress coming in.
Wait, isn't it a +5 because you got a 9 stress?
It's dealing 8 stress to you.
Okay, it's dealing 8 stress. Okay, so yeah, that's a 4. So I think I'm going to.
Who's got a big card? Who could land a big hit right now?
Just give it to him. Let him smack down.
Like, yes.
All right, Rift, you got this.
The funny thing is, like, scoring well with swords is bad for you because I get to but if you can make me lose more cards than I gain back, then you are gaining ground. So Rift now has a cumulative +3 because I'm -1, but you are giving the trap over there to I helped, I hindered, and I'm doing a devastate. So what would you like to do for handling that devastate?
I'm just gonna. One moment, I'm trying.
Yeah, 8 stress. You could blind burn twice, and that's real easy mode. But who knows what you burn?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Blind
Oh
burn
well.
twice. Oh well.
Life goes on.
Life goes on.
Goes on.
What do you got?
So we are blind birding my 6 of cups and my 5 of cups.
Not great, but not the worst either. You still have the 8 of cups. So, and then I do have to shuffle because I'm down to 3.
What do you mean I have the 8 of cups? That's in the past.
It'll recycle. It'll come back.
It comes back. It comes back.
It comes back. Hopefully, and then I
Okay,
blind
how do
burn.
you do that?
Blind burn. I blind burned my 8 of cups, so that card is
Nice.
gone.
Nice.
Oh.
What did you ask, Mark?
Oh.
How do you deal with needing to get more cards again?
When you run out of ones in your future, you just get to shuffle your past, blind burn, and then
Okay.
That's your new future.
and then put them back.
We're
in.
not
That's
quite
your new
there
future.
yet, but we're almost there.
Yeah.
I'm 1 card away.
So
Same.
now, is it?
I am empty.
Are you passing it over to Rift,
I'm
or do y'all want to? We are getting close to time. Do you want to pass it to Rift for stream?
Yeah, let's just see
I
what
feel
my
like
turn ends up being like, or do you want to boost
Yeah.
me more?
I was just
No,
gonna
let's
ask if Reaper potentially wanted to boost up Rift a little more before we.
Let's just go for it. I mean, I'm gonna get fucking counted anyway. I feel it.
I can feel it in my bones.
What is it?
Then let's.
4, +3.
+3. You got
yeah.
a +3.
Okay.
All right, I will hand it off to Haley.
Go ahead and reveal, Haley. Well, go ahead. You go first. You go first.
Oh no.
I look around at my friends and I am looking at my newfound companionship, and instead of using my regular forceful nature, I take a moment to discern and analyze the situation, and I pick a 3 of cups.
I picked a 4 of
Yes.
wands.
Rift is never going to be like this again. Like, that didn't work.
Rift is tearing this card in half.
In my head, where I was at, I was like, I bet she's gonna go for a windmill slam because she's got the +3. She's just gonna go for the swords. I'll get a card back, sure, but she's gonna try and just like stress me too hard. You just switched. Oh no!
No,
Oh,
you still have the 3 added to you, so you
Yes.
still.
That's true. You're countered, so I only score a setback though, because mine's only a 4. It boosts you to a
Okay.
6, so I only get to
Okay.
pick one thing. It's not the worst. I'm so sorry. That was
No, it's still the worst. You're still the worst, Matt.
Rift is just
10 of swords. Fuck. Oh well, it happens.
It
Life
happens. Life happens. Rift is sitting there, like standing there, taking it back and trying to take it all in, and
Never again.
it just opens her ears to the whispers that much more, and it's just this like now the whispers are at this high volume. It's like a stadium is whispering at her from way too close. So it's just gonna be, but it's like it's just whispers. You sort of like pull yourself out, remind yourself, you turn your focus inward. It's only gonna be 1 stress. It's just the 1 stress.
Okay.
Because that's all I can do, really. That's the most effective thing I can do.
Okay. I am going to flinch
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna get rid of my 5 of swords.
Oh. Do you want to go again?
Sure.
What?
I picked
I was gonna say,
myself
I'll
again.
go this time. I'll go.
Oh.
I know I can't. I have to shuffle my fucking thing. Give me a second.
Okay.
I have to shuffle my past. If I find them.
Here's what I'll
Three
say.
of Cups. The one that I just used. The one that
Yeah,
just
she's
tipped me
all
over
good.
and is going into the fire.
Helen.
That's beautiful.
Alright.
That is
That's
I banished the
poetry.
forbidden card.
Yeah.
That 3 of Cups can get fucked. Incredible.
Yep.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Who goes next?
How's everyone looking?
I think we're okay.
What I will say is
I'm
for
Karma's
time.
like fading.
I'll say for time, this is gonna be the last turn, and then we're gonna do an alarm clock and wake up. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Who wants to go?
Who wants
As I
to
go?
cry into the.
I was gonna say I can go
Sorry.
because
I'm sorry.
then I could potentially do.
I'm sorry, it's
Okay.
now upside down. She tries cutting her way out. And trying to cut the strings that are also holding this guy.
All right. Yeah.
Alright.
Ace of Wands.
I have the 4 of Pentacles.
Ooh. So you just straight up
Counter.
counter me.
Boy.
Sorry. I'm getting a bit.
No, I love it. This is fine energy. I can take it. I've been an absolute monster this entire duel. So yes, I deserve
And
to get
with the
countered
4,
too.
I triumph.
You triumph. Uh-huh.
Okay. So we are going to
And you're in Pentacles.
devastate.
Devastate, so I'm gonna take 3 stress. Yep.
Trying to look at what. We're going to misdirect
Okay, so
to
I'll lose
remove
awareness.
by 1,
Yep.
and we are going to press to deal another stress.
Okay, so 4 total stress. My awareness is knocked down to 3. Amazing. I will burn. Or no, sorry, you said 4 stress that I'm having to deal?
Yes.
Okay, 4 stress. So I will discard, I will flinch the 7 of Cups. I will burn from my hand the 2 of Wands. And the ace goes there, and that is it. So, real quick, I'm going to draw, and I only have 3 awareness, so I need 1 more card. So I'm going to shuffle this up and blind burn. And what I'm going to say is, if this blind burns, there's only 2 cups. There's the 7 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is already wrecked. Y'all have already KO'd one of these bosses on a random burn, semi-random burn. So if I burn the 7 of Cups here, this card will resolve positively for you.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't burn it, then it resolves negatively for you. And the dream will, the dream ends either way, but then we're just gonna flavor this in terms of XP and what's happening. It's the 7 of Cups.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I want everyone. I don't want anyone bullshitting what just happened here. I am not a stage magician. I did not sleight of hand that shit to the top. That just it keeps happening. That this game is spooky good at being spooky. So, how
Much spookiness.
so much spookiness? How does Sorry in this moment deal with Susurrus? How does she dispel this horrendous creature that is now filling the space with these horrible whispers?
She literally cuts its strings as she's moving to cut herself loose. She's also cutting the ones she's noticing are holding it up.
Mm-hmm.
And she's deceiving and hiding that action and making it seem like she's scrambling to cut herself loose.
I love it. Yes. You are cutting, and it turns into this moment of Sorry just moving around, blazing fast. blade extending and just sort of like cutting all around to where this thing is disconnected. Just this moat of susurrus, rasping, thready noises in the center of the room until it collapses into a small little moat. Within the Frost Giant's Jarl, I will tend to those. I will wash their armor. That is where the Morrigan waits. And after that whisper fills your heads, a second voice permeates it. As eyes rip open on Rift and Reaper's foreheads, a gem-like eye on Karma's, and the tattoo shapes into an eye on Sari's. How wildly interesting. Things are moving fast now. Faster and faster towards oblivion.
Oh no!
I will find you, my sweet. You will welcome oblivion with me. Everyone will know what ending is like. And you all wake up horrified, knowing that something else knows, knowing that something else is moving. And that is where we're going to call an end to today's game. Lovely, lovely job, everyone. The last card, you won it out, so you're going to get 2 XP for those 2 cards being done. We're going to also ask our reflection questions here at the end here. Where is reflection? Not resolution. There's a lot of R words in this book. There we go. Did we learn something important about the challenges ahead of us?
Yes.
What did we learn?
Yes.
Where
The
the
Frost
Morrigan can be
Giants.
found.
Where the Morrigan is. Perfect. Excellent. An XP. And then did we make progress towards achieving any specific dreamer's dream? Any one of your individual dreams in this one? I know
Did we make up dreams for this?
You did not make.
No?
We've been saying that, like, because we're using existing 5e characters, we're just sort of crossing into another system. That anything that's super important to your character, Rift got a walloping at the end there. And I know it's been there's been a lot of XP earned on this like individual versus team. I don't know if you made progress. If anything, you almost like made a setback in that realm.
I unfortunately Rift did get a setback, and she's now like forceful worked. There's no reason to do anything any other way. Like, so
Yeah.
she'll be getting rid of cups next week.
Amazing. So I think I don't think there's any yeses for that second question, but still 3 XP.
Did anyone else?
Did anyone else? Did anyone else?
Charisma went through their transformation.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that is
into
true.
karma.
Into karma. Yes.
Into karma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
We got the next stage
Maybe,
with
I would
the biblically accurate angel eyes. Yeah, and I got to use my like 8 of cups, so it's like kind of cementing her like
Mhm.
journey as to what the direction is.
Yes.
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
But-
but she's trying. She's practicing.
I am wanting to snap you like a twig. I love you so much. I just want to break you.
That means I'm doing a good job as a GM. You love to hate me. Yes, in that case, how does this advance? What is like a goal, a dream that Karma is achieving with that step closer? Or what is she getting closer to achieving?
She's getting closer to kind of visualizing the like self that she believes that she is. So she's kind of stepped away from, kind of that strict neutrality that she's always kind of been at. And as she's transforming, she's properly taking like steps to doing. Because, like, for example, you can stay silent when there's something terrible happening, and that's inaction is still an action.
Yeah.
And instead of
Mhm.
being inactive, she is now trying to be active.
She is she's being proactive, not reactive, that kind of idea. Yeah, I love that. Okay. 4 XP it is then. Papow. You've done 2 cards. Sorry, no, 3 XP. Sorry, 2 cards, and then the yes, both questions are yes. I'm a dummy. I'm frazzled. 4 XP. You got the 2 cards,
Cool.
and then you got the 2
Generous.
questions.
I would say, in addition to that, Sari is showing she's more than just chaos.
Ooh, yes, she
She's
is.
showing that deception beneath the chaos.
Mm-hmm. That
Where
planning,
it's like,
that
yeah, a
cunning.
lot of her stuff seems like it's out of nowhere, and then she comes through at the last minute, and it's like, was really
Yeah.
out of nowhere?
It's a very Jack Sparrow sort of revelation. Like, do you think he plans it? like, is Sari just that lucky, or is
To the
it a little
point
bit?
where Rift actually reached out for them and was like,
Mhm.
sorry, do it.
Yeah, that's really cool. I
Do
like
it.
that. Very, very,
And then she came through in that moment of being like, all right,
very good to highlight.
you
that
want me to
moment.
do the thing?
I love that. All right, wonderful job. Thank you to all of my players for coming in. Danny, I hope you had fun jumping in, doing some tarot with us. I know you were learning, drinking from a fire hydrant. It was a lot all at once, but you did well. Everyone did so amazing. I love seeing all of your own origin spends and your earns and your teamwork and all that stuff. Just delightful. And thank you for joining us, our delightful audience. I'm going to use the word delightful a lot because that's what everyone is. You're all delightful. Stay tuned. We're going to stick around for a raid. We're going to be going on a raiding, share love to another channel. Also, tomorrow, tune in. Very exciting. We are going to be playing Out of Orbit, which is a brand new, not seen before TTRPG. It is going to be based on like Lost and the Expanse. There are survivors from a sci-fi crash on some weird alien planet, and you are trying to survive, a la the airplane crash in Lost. It's going to be guest GM, the creator of the game, Andrew Bowman, is going to be coming in to teach us all how to play the game and walk us through an amazing time. It's going to be super fun, so make sure to tune in tomorrow, and then hang around until next week for another full cycle of Tales. We got some Total Party Chaos, we got some Tales to Tales, and we're going to have more Out of Orbit next week. It's going to be a little bit, several weeks we are going to be playing that game, and then something truly fabulous and ultimate is coming down the pipeline after that. So stay tuned for all kinds of fun stuff. Until then, are you ready for more tales?
Always.
Always.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.